And there it goes.
Off to the races.
Off to the races. Well, how's your day going?
Billy, if this weather doesn't go away,
I know about the weather.
I'm going to. I'm not kidding you. I mean, me and this weather cannot just stay in the same place all the time like this.
Whoa. Yeah, I hate the damn. Yesterday it was muggy as hell. Today it's muggy and it's actually cold as hell.
I know it.
You know.
I know it. It is just fucking with my sleep patterns like nobody's business. I can't even begin to explain it. It's just during this particular phase of the weather, where the sun doesn't shine for 10 or 11 or 15 days or whatever. Literally, I need 14 or 15 hours of sleep. Can't function without it. I'll try. I try. It just doesn't work.
Well, the boys hit the ground running this morning up there in Brigham City.
Well, I assume that means
Well, they what happened a few days ago, a week ago, an old lady a few doors down asked them if they could help with her lawn, help her with her deal.
Yeah.
And they run down there and helped, and she gave them money. Ka-ching. All right. So now Justin goes and secures the jobs. The twins are the labor, they're the muscle, okay? And the new baby's the business manager. He has his hand out when it's all over, and he gets it over to the bank, and they got him a card and everything all set up. And everybody knows that. I mean, they'll clean out Brigham Young's ditches, they'll trim apple trees, they'll mow grass, they'll walk your dog, you name it, and they're there.
Pam must be in heaven.
Oh, well, and she says, well, it's wonderful, Ted. What's wonderful is we're going to work now, and off they go, right? Or we're going to Walmart now, or we're going to go down to the store now, or we're walking over to the temple. And just normal stuff, nice stuff. And we had another puck incident over at Cedar Crest last night.
Last night.
Last year, pulling her skin off.
Now she's into. Okay, all right.
Well, the one thing that we decided, like we all came to our milk at the same time, if you know what I mean. The family has been in Cedar Crest, all right?
Yeah.
She's having the time of her life. We're the ones that are orbiting around Cedar Crest. So we come to the conclusion we're going to let them ride that old tractor out until it runs out. Then they're going to jerk her up there to the Salt Lake and stick her in whatever until she's between 16 and 17 years old. And then we'll step back, take a look, and see if we've done any good.
Right.
Because, she was so disconnected last night. It was like I was a boring influence on her evening, And I'm sitting there during my cocktail hour trying to spend time with her.
Right.
So, to hell with that. I think Anthony Thomas got Amy Sharon.
What do you mean?
Well, they didn't hurt her, but he made a couple of comments last night. I was watching the feed, and he said about Amy Sharon is gone, like that. And I sent him a link to all the Amy movies I had, and they all ate that up. But he said something about stalking. So I think she's been arrested for stalking, which is what she does. I filed a complaint on her in Baytown myself a few months back. And apparently somebody somewhere got enough of that nonsense and just went ahead and popped her happy little butt. Or big butt, whichever size it is at the present time.
Let me ask you a question. She's picking her skin off. Is it pretty mild right now?
Oh no. It used to be little scratches, little picking ears. Dr. Murray called it trichinosis or pickinosis, something. It's a condition that she has.
It's actually it acts like what it is it's an excoriation.
Right.
But there are forms of it, and so.
Well, Ted, hey, she tried to tear her titties off.
Did she injure herself badly?
Bad. She looked like when I saw her yesterday. She looked like she just got out of the ring with Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And when you try to talk to her about it, like, why don't you tell me why all this happened? I don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about something else? Okay. Because I didn't tell her. I wanted to tell her. Yeah, you're about to have a lot of time to talk and consider. Yeah, you got time. You ain't leaving the walls. Yeah, that's not gonna. You might go to other walls, but you ain't leaving the walls.
Well, she's had trichotillomania, okay, where she pulls her own hair.
Right.
All right. So she's had that. This often does dermatillomania, which is excoriation, skin disorder. Often co-occurs with trichotillomania. And you're saying this is a deliberately self-harming form
Right.
of skin picking.
Well,
This can include cutting yourself. She's done the whole cutting herself thing.
yeah, but I'll tell you something else. We have now found out, Justin and New Baby seemed like they were cutting themselves about a year ago. Well, that wasn't the case. It was her going in there cutting them. She did it. All the boys have little stories, except the twins, because there's two of them.
Yeah.
And everything. But she would prowl the house at night. Now that they know that their life is intact and they know that she can't get out of there, now the stories are coming out. Carrie hits us in the stomach while we're sleeping. Carrie cuts us. Carrie tries to pull our hair, but we ain't got no hair. They keep the hair short. Carrie does this and Carrie does that. But Kelly crazy, but we love her. She's our sister. But man, it sure is nice going to Walmart. It sure is nice.
Well, okay. So these things coincide with eating disorders also pretty frequently. This is self-harm, which is intentional, but it's done for the purpose of injuring body tissue, but not. There's no suicidal intention. Did she start just picking the edges of things in a way? Did she start with that? Or do you know?
Yeah.
Did she start with picking the skin away, like where an edge of skin was poking up, peeling it away? Is that how she started?
She started years ago cutting her hair, and I was making excuses for her. Okay, I thought, I was a little girl trying to cut her bangs, and normally a little girl would do that. Try to cut her hair, cut her bangs, or whatever. Then she went from cutting her hair to pulling her hair out, big patches all over her head. But then this is what she would report to the CPS. Pam was pulling her hair out. Pam was hitting her. Pam was doing this, doing that. Now she has exhibited all the things that she blamed Pam for. She has openly exhibited over there at City Crest, and they've documented it. And it's much, much worse than what it was in Brigham City. I told Pam she walked out in that lunchroom yesterday. She really did look like she'd been in a boxing match.
Well, I'll tell you what I think it is. I mean, there are generally three pretty wide avenues that this goes down. One of them is a way of numbing pain out. Okay, so you're anxious, you're
Well,
man, I'd like an opportunity to talk to the kid. Just
the therapist up there says that he's raised 2 of them, okay? And he said that don't lose heart because it does get better. It will get better. It's going to take time, but it will get better. But the main thing is we had to make a decision as a family that we're not going to continue along this path. We're going to let the professionals go and take care of it and handle it, you know. And we're going to move on with our lives because the boys are coming alive, and that's more important, you know. We're just going to, you know, and the Cedar Crest people called Pam yesterday, and like I said, they apologized and they admitted that they were surprised, you know, when all this came about. But they've got the worst rad that anybody's seen in years, and if they can get through this and develop technique, they'll never see another one this bad. And then they'll be a good center for, my kids got rad, and you take them to Cedar Crest, man. They had the famous Carrie Ann there. You take her over there.
they still haven't gone back and done a forensic diagnostic on her yet.
No.
They still haven't gone back and said, now that we, instead of working toward a diagnosis, now that we have a diagnosis, why don't we work backward toward, how it would look arriving at this, so that we know next time, what to do when these things show up. But I would assume that's something.
Well, the one thing, too, we're getting some absolutes here. Pam and I agree, Wilbur agreed, everybody. She absolutely cannot go back to the blue house at the current time. Okay, and yesterday was the first time. Up until yesterday, I would always say, I'm not afraid of that little girl, I can handle it. But when I talked to her last night, I thought, no, I can't handle it. I can't. Because she don't know what she's going to do next. So, no, I'm gonna have to leave her up here. And I can't do anything. Can't publish, can't write, can't read, can't talk to you, can't go to the bathroom, can't do anything if she's in the house. And that's the way it works.
Well, the thing is that she is capable of doing anything, and that makes her dangerous.
Yeah, it does.
That means she will do anything. It just means she's capable of it. And that's like with a rattlesnake. You're not going to keep a rattlesnake in your house. You're just not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I relaxed. When I came to the mental decision of, okay, well, I'll move on from this. I relaxed. I didn't grieve or get sad or nothing. I thought, I'm going to worry about getting a little whitey on that floor in the morning and make sure I have a bottle for tomorrow night and make sure I get my biscuits and gravy. I got a piece of meat unsawed to grill tonight if I get hungry. And life goes on. Life goes on. And I don't think it's going to affect her at all. If somebody bluntly told her, you have lost your entire family, you have got to straighten up if you want to get them back, it wouldn't make her any difference whatsoever.
No.
I took her sketch pads yesterday, and I took her a little notebook, and I took her beef jerky, right? And she says, why didn't you bring me pencils? I said, well, I didn't know if you were allowed to have, sharp copies in here. I didn't know. I knew the pads were okay. I'll bring you some sketching pencils, some sketching chalk next time. But she's all been out of shape. You should have brought me pencils. I'm allowed to have pencils. And, she didn't even care what I brought. Why didn't you do that? Well, like when you take her a Dr. Pepper.
You could have brought her pencils and she would have said, why didn't you bring me chalk?
Right. You take her a Dr. Pepper, it wasn't the right size. It was from the wrong place. So next Saturday, I waited until Sonic opened up, and I got her the right Dr. Pepper. Why are you so late today? I had to wait for the place to open up to get you the right Dr. Pepper.
Hey, you paying more attention to this weather than I am.
Yeah.
Does is it ever gonna fucking rain or what's going on? What is this?
It's been spitting over here the last day or so. We had a storm blow through last night. Remember that cloud that looked like Donald Trump's hair? Mm-hmm. Well, it was a thunderhead. It was a thunderhead, but it didn't rain. It didn't rain. It snowed in Brigham City.
Well.
Yeah. But the boys are used to that. Me and you, we're not used to. It's the month of May and it's snowing. That's wow. That's like what the boys. Hey, it's snowing. Yeah, okay.
The only time I ever had to have my truck towed somewhere because of snow was on June 11th on top of Sherman Hill in Wyoming. I parked my truck along with a bunch of other people. There was a whole bunch of us parked in this parking area, and to get some rest. And so we're sleeping up there. I went to sleep at about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was dark as night outside, and they had snow plows and tow trucks running around, pulling everybody out because the snow was already up to the bottom of my window.
Damn. Well, up there,
to the bottom of my fucking window. That's like up over my head if I was standing on the ground outside.
What I knew tickled me was when we was up there and it snowed. You go down to the convenience store or whatever, and they all got pickups with snow plows on the front of them.
Yeah, every one of them.
And like we have, our pickups have always have them funny bumpers, and all that cowboy stuff, and they all got. That snow comes out, so everybody's pickup's got a plow in front of it.
Well, they're not stupid. They're not gonna get out with a snow shovel and shovel off. Do you have any idea how that'll wreck your body? Getting out there and pushing that snow shovel like that. It
don't seem like much till you actually do it. I've done it a couple times. It don't seem like
it'll wreck your body.
I would rather take an axe and dig a ditch.
Yeah, in rocky ground.
Right. Right.
It is a big. Those guys, they fire the truck up. They run it up and down their sidewalk. It breaks up the ice. They get out and most of those guys have a little skirt like Whitey's got there that's underneath them.
Yeah.
So they can sweep it off while they're at it.
Yeah. I sent you a funny picture. I think Sean had a bad wreck. I saw temporarily a picture of him in the hospital with his arms in his slings and things on his head and everything. So I think he flipped his truck or something. I'm waiting to hear from the family on that one. But the other day he sent a picture. I sent it to you. It showed a girl, teenage girl, sitting on the bathtub looking at a pregnancy test, right? And she said, "Oh fuck, my mom's gonna kill me." And then right below it, there's a picture of a fetus. Inside. Yeah. Oh fuck, my mom's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Where'd you get that?
Yeah. And my birds are eating their rice. Everything's right with the world. They're growing up. My little birds are growing up. They're getting bigger. Everybody thinks being a writer is an exciting life. But when you're sitting there having cocktails with a bird,
I don't know. There's a lot to be said for that. That might be when you look back over the sum of your life. That might be one of the experiences that you place a higher value on than others.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy Little Whitey a lot. When Pam sent me the new pads and everything, and he started getting in those trenches, getting that soot out of the trenches, it started looking a lot better. And I didn't realize that Porter walking through the house sheds hair, okay? And Little Whitey got it all, every bit of it.
Got all of Porter's hair, huh?
Got all of Porter's hair off the floor. I was going to clean his pad last night. I looked at it and it was solid. It looked like fur. That damn thing had picked it all up, and you just peel it off like an onion skin. Well, I'll be damned. I gotta turn that damn vacuum on too pretty quick. That's one of his jobs. Pam was right about that. She came in, my floor wasn't looking that good, and all that. She said, "You got 3 robots. Just push the button. Push the button." And that's what I do every day. And I told you, Porter, I noticed I gave him some food, and he didn't eat it as enthusiastically as he had been. Because I had the sack here in front of the stove, open where I could dip it up. And old Porter figured out, wait a minute, that sack fits my head just fine.
Just go get a bite when I want it.
It's whatever, 1-2 bites, that's all I need. When this sack runs out, I go get another sack and just rip the top off it, just leave it right there. And he's got his old 2-gallon beer bucket of water. But everything else, the thing about Carrie though, I don't know if she's spoiled, conniving, mean, crazy, or what. But it's gone from, we have little incidents, but in between the little incidents, there's great areas of peace, you know? Or she was always in the dig me category. Everybody pay attention to me, but there was long areas where she'd play on her pads and go in the yard, stuff like that. And now there's none of that. None of that.
Just sitting and brooding, looking up in his face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Like Pam said, we don't want her to kill herself or anybody else now. If we can just achieve those 2 things, that's the first of 12 steps right there. You know, and they got her category as a 101 over there. They told me that wherever she's at, somebody has to have eyes on her. Okay, period. If she goes to the toilet, there's a matron standing outside the door of the stall if she goes to the toilet. If she goes to the shower, there's a matron in the room who can see through the frosted glass and see her form and they're taking the shower. There's no, I got to go to the potty. Okay, go to the potty. There ain't none of that because they know what she'll do. And last night too, I brought her her stuff in a HEB sack, and she took everything out. And she was playing with the sack, and when she got up to ask to go to the toilet, the matron said, "Okay, put the sack down." And I remember that lady Sandy in Houston who hung herself with a garbage bag.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pretty. I still wonder about that suicide person. You know.
Well, here's what got me.
I mean, on one hand, I don't know. Anyway,
well, the whole thing was she came down from, I think, Chicago. She came to Houston to get a new job. She had bombed out in Chicago. She spent the night with a certain man.
She had mental issues.
Yeah, the reason that she got pulled over was running through the stop sign, I think, and not changing lanes. She was mad when she left the guy's house. Got herself arrested for being belligerent. Well, honey, welcome to Texas. You know, it's happened to us all. Got down there, and she calls the man to get bail, and he won't pick up the phone. And then they took her photograph and everything, and there was a bunch of women in the cell block across the hall from her, but they segregated her in her own cell, complete with bathroom. And why would they do that? Why would they do that?
I would only do it if I was targeting her.
I think you just nailed it. I think we just nailed it right there. There's no reason. And don't say, well, it's because she's black. And so was at least half the women in the other cell block, okay?
Yeah.
And you know, if she'd have been doing something crazy with the other women, they'd have been rattling on the bars yelling for the deputies. Hey, man, we got a problem down here.
Yep. That is exactly what we had.
I think she was targeted.
Yep.
And she was, when she got arrested, and this stuff, people think we're racist when we say this, but like I said, we've all been there. I've been there. You say one more word, I'm going to take you in. One more word. And I got took in. You know?
Yeah. Right, well, now listen, if you live in Texas, and you got any kind of normal, smart-ass, belligerent teenager, you'll have that experience. The one experience is necessary, you know, to explain to you why you do what the police say. You know, they ain't no bullshit, and you are.
Yeah, and hey, like I tell you, and DPS is worse than that. And a Texas Ranger, if you get arrested by a Texas Ranger, what you say is, "Officer, if you'll allow me to just whip my own ass and get in your back seat of your car, I'll save you some trouble."
Usually the Rangers don't whip your ass, you know?
Yeah.
Usually they just shoot you.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And people always talking about jurisdiction this and jurisdiction that. Well, the next time you're in Dallas, go put a bouquet of flowers on Bonnie Parker's grave, okay?
Yeah.
So they crossed the state line, kidnapped the deputy over there in Bienville Parish, so they have some legal authority, and blew their butts all over a country road.
Right.
And then extradited the bodies. They took them to Shreveport in the car so everybody could see them, embalmed them, put them in a pickup or some crap, and took them back to Dallas.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, that was. I'm beginning. That movie made me want to learn more about Ma Ferguson.
Yeah, and you see how two-faced she was? She was just trying to pull a trap on those Rangers, those two Texas Rangers, the whole time. Rein them in. What are they doing? Rein them in. They're going to left the state again. Rein them in. And when they killed Bonnie and Clyde, well, that's what I hired them for and everything. You lying old bitch. You paid those men $50 to do that job, and here you are lying your ass off.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just makes me want to know more about her. Why did she disband the Rangers in the first place? You know, what was that all about? Because famously, there was another person who wanted to disband the Rangers, and all other police agencies that were manned by old-time gunslingers, and that's Jed.
Well, the police take hits on both sides. That one Somali guy that shot the woman in her pajamas last year.
Yeah.
Well, he got third-degree murder. They convicted him of third-degree murder today. And what he tried to say was that this woman called. She heard a sexual assault occurring.
No, was this Adam Syed or?
Yeah.
What's this? Okay.
Yeah.
Because they got an HBO special on him.
Yeah. Anyway, he got dispatched with his partner. They pull into this dark alley, and the woman comes out in her pajamas to tell him it was right over here, and walked out pointing like this. And he said he heard a thump on the back of the car, and his partner was frozen in fear because he was so scared he couldn't pull his gun. And he saw this figure walking toward him with its arm extended, and he shot once. Fool, you shot the woman that called you, and she was in her pajamas, waving at you to get your attention. But then you take Officer 401 on YouTube. He put up a video and said, when you hear someone didn't have a weapon, or they had their cell phone, or they did this or did that, he said, when you're a trained police officer, he said, I'm going to run a video, and I want you to try to tell what's going on, and just make out like you're going to shoot a gun with your finger, and see how long. And you couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. The first guy would come out, and he would reach in his back in his car and pull his wallet out. Next time he'd pull a gun out. Next time he'd pull a cell phone out and everything. And you'd always get shot, okay? He said, show me your hands has no other meaning. You are trained as a police officer in a situation like that. When the hands disappear, you're about 1 second from an altercation. You don't have the time to say, is it a gun or is it a cigarette lighter? Right? So show me your hands.
And it's sad, I think, that people die of simple communication disorders.
Well, when I'm pulled over by a cop, I keep my hands on the steering wheel. And when they say I need to see your insurance, okay, officer, it's on my visor right above my head. And
it's the very only place for your hands to be.
Right.
It's on the steering wheel, the very only place, until he tells you to move them, and then to put them where he says to put them.
Cause, and I got stopped right in front of the house running a stop sign, and he gave me a warning ticket and everything. But he said the same thing. He said, "You have no idea. A person who's not in law enforcement, you make about the 13th person that I don't know that I've walked up on today." Okay. And he said, "Now with your hair and your age and everything, I wasn't particularly worried." Well, my dad we had a throat cancer.
Yeah.
He took a half a pint of ancient age every day, and that basically that's why he lasted 16 years. that's what Dr. Riegler told him. That he would sip that whiskey all day long, and that kept the throat open. You know, when we had to put him in the nursing home when he had that bleed out, and had to put him in the nursing home. He couldn't get back to his whiskey, and then his throat closed up within 2 weeks, and he died.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. It's like I quit everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
I quit, and now is when I start fucking hurt. I feel like
I hate to say it, there might be a message there.
I don't know what it is. I mean,
well, I was yesterday after Puck's little suicide attempt. I was stressed all day, and I didn't know I felt stressed like that, but. And then as the story trickled in, what really happened, that kind of thing got worse and worse and worse. Then when I saw her last night, I thought, this ain't going to work. And then, like I said, a little switch went off in my head. Fuck this. This ain't going to work. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's their problem now, not mine. There's no more dream of her coming home and us having a happy life and going to Austin and see the place. That's not going to happen. And let it go. It's not going to happen. Me and Porter are going to Austin, Have you ever had an ex-wife or a girlfriend turn on your ass?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you like that little bitch told me that we'll always be friends. You're sitting at the table with somebody you're related to, supposedly, that you raised up, and she's just counting the minutes and wanting to go back to her dorm room. Like, I don't know why you're here. Kind of attitude.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. All right. First off, it's incredibly crazy to think that her affect is going to be normal under these circumstances. This is the longest she's been gone from the house since she was in foster care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So there's that. Number two, she is engaged in a life and death struggle with Pam. And Pam has people between her and Puck. So Puck has to deal with those people every day, but Pam gets to live her life as she would normally. And this is infuriating the little girl.
That's exactly that's what Pam says. That she's not in control.
Well, she's right.
She's not the boss of me anymore, and that's running her nuts.
Right. She's crazy. She's crazy with rage over this, and she wants to resume that battle. That war, and she wants to punish Pam. And it's not going to happen. Pam's not going to let that happen. So, at least she felt better when she was in the trenches throwing shit grenades and into the other people's trenches where they brush their teeth. And she doesn't have that satisfaction.
I think you summed it up. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what we got. She liked taking a dump in the sink.
Yes.
She loved to do.
She would not be pulling her skin off right now if she was shitting in the sink. Because both exercises serve the same purpose.
I'm going to take a guess on how many times you're going to get shot, though.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.